Welcome back. Today we're doing a deep dive into a really specific piece of hardware. It's the PureLink ICON-10W controller.
Right, and our mission here isn't just to, read off a spec sheet.
No, not at all.
We want to unpack what this little 10-button box tells us about modern automation, scalability, and system integration.
So on the surface, it's a 10-button programmable controller. Simple enough.
Deceptively simple, it's designed to streamline how you control up to 10 devices. But the strategy behind it is what's really interesting.
Okay, let's start with setup. The tech specs seem focused on making an installer's life easier.
Absolutely. The first thing that jumps out is the dual control capability.
Meaning it can talk to devices over a standard network, the LAN port,
Yeah.
but also RS232.
Exactly, and that RS232 port is key. A lot of professional gear, especially older projectors and displays, still rely on it, so it bridges that gap.
And it's powered via PoE, right? Power over Ethernet.
Yep, the 802.3 AF standard, so you just run one network cable to the wall for both power and control.
No need for an electrician or finding a spare outlet.
Or one of those annoying wall warts. It just makes the whole installation cleaner and compliant with, professional network standards. Plus, it's TAA compliant, which matters for government jobs.
So connecting it is easy, but what about programming it? I mean, that's often where the real pain comes in.
They seem to have thought about that. It has a built-in web UI.
Oh, nice. So no proprietary software to install?
None. You just log in from a browser. That's a huge thing. It means you can manage it from anywhere on the network without having to install special tools on your laptop.
And then we get to the buttons themselves. This is where it gets really interesting for me, the macros.
The macros are the whole point. Each of the 10 buttons can fire off a sequence of up to 6 commands.
So one press could, what? Turn on the projector, lower the screen, switch to HDMI 2, and set the volume.
All of that, yeah. You're compressing what could be 5 minutes of fiddling around into a single half-second button press. That's real automation.
That's a huge time saver.
It is. And they lean into that so much that they even offer optional pre-programming.
What does that mean?
If you order the ICON-10W with any other PureLink gear, they can program it for you at the factory. So for an integrator doing, say, 50 identical conference rooms.
It just becomes plug and play. Wow.
Exactly. You're saving dozens, maybe hundreds of hours of repetitive work.
Okay, let's talk cost and context. The ICON-10W is listed for around $730.
Which is pretty accessible for a professional component.
But here's the question. In an era of fancy multi-thousand-dollar touchscreens in every high-end room, why would you even bother with a physical 10-button panel?
That's the strategic question, isn't it? The ICON-10W isn't really competing with those touchscreens. It's the accessible front end for a much bigger, more expensive ecosystem.
The entry point.
Precisely. You have master controllers in their lineup, like the ICON C8, that cost over $4,000. The touchscreens are almost that much again. The 10W is the tactical, cost-effective way to give a user access to that power without the complexity or the cost.
And it's scalable too, right? You can use more than one.
Yeah, you can link them together to create a larger button controller if you need one. It's a very modular approach.
So what's the core takeaway here?
I think it's about reliability through simplicity. The whole point of the ICON-10W is to translate complex, messy command chains into a single, foolproof, physical button press. It's about muscle memory.
Right. No navigating through menus on a touchscreen when you just want to start your presentation.
Flawless, every single time. That's the goal.
So that leaves us with a final thought for you to consider. Given that difference, the tactile muscle memory versus digital complexity, how does a highly reliable, perfectly programmed 10-button panel fundamentally change the user's experience compared to relying only on a huge, complex, and very expensive touchscreen? Something to ponder.